Hello and welcome to or back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome in. Thank you for clicking on the video. We are finally doing my reading wrap up from the month of January to April. I'm behind, I know, I'm sorry. Life be lifin'. I've just been forgetting. I've been putting it off. I've also been in like a major reading slump to where like I felt like during like January, February, March, I didn't have enough to do like a reading wrap up, like a proper one, which is kind of an excuse, but at the same time, like I just didn't. So we are doing all 4 months right now, and then I will do a separate May one eventually. Like I will. I have been reading this month. I promise. The slump is over with. But anyways, this is like what's going on for May so far, so ignore this mess going on right here. I have my books right down here next to me, so let's go ahead, let's get into it. Let's go over what I've read, what I haven't. Just kidding. Just what I've read. So starting in January, I started off the month strong. My very first read for the month was Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. This was incredible. I gave it 4.5 stars. Honestly, I put Iron Flame off because of all the mixed reviews that were going on. People were hating on it. They truly were. So many people were hating on this book. They were like, this was not good, not as good as the first book. And I'll admit it, it is not as good as Fourth Wing, but I still was addicted to this. I was wanting to hurry up and finish it. I wanted to know what was going to happen, what was going on, all that. So overall for me, I thought this was a great experience. I had a good time. I vibed with it. I liked it. 4.5 stars. And also, Zayden in this, you just cannot tell me. When is it my turn? When do I get one? Then I actually read a book on Kindle Unlimited. I read If You Hate Me. I think that's what it's called, by Helena Hunting, I believe is how you say it. 2 stars. This was just not it for me. And I love hockey romances. I am a fiend for hockey romances. And this is the first hockey romance to disappoint me. I just didn't vibe with it. Also, I just hate... I didn't realize this was an ick of mine until this book, but when an author uses a... like refers to the female part as the V word over and over and over and over, I get cringed. It's an ick of mine. I did not realize until this book, and I did not like that it was used over and over and over again. I was like, there's so many other words that I've read that have described this by not using this. But maybe that's a me thing. I just didn't like the writing. I didn't really like the story. I just didn't really like the characters, like the dialogue or anything like that. So I felt like 2 stars was just it for me. But then I finally picked up my first Emily Henry book, and oh my gosh, this was so cute. I gave it, I believe, 4 stars is what I ended up giving it. And this was this was my first Friends to Lovers. I loved it. I love. I think it's Poppy. It is Poppy. Poppy is just... This is just a good way to describe Friends to Lovers and opposite attracts. Like, this was so cute, so much fun. I found myself wanting to finish this up. I listened to part of it on audiobook while reading it. It was so good. So good. I do want to read more Emily Henry books. I do want to read more Friends to Lovers books because of this too, because I thought it was just such a cute little trope. I loved it. Yeah. So, if you didn't know, this revolves around Alex and Poppy. They have been friends since college, and once every summer they go on like a summer vacation trip together, and they do this every year. and they have been friends for years. I mean, they have gone through relationships together, several places together, and then one day Poppy just kind of feels like in a slump. And she's like, well, if I do another one of these vacations, maybe it will like get me out of this slump and I can figure things out. But also one of these like summer vacations, something happened. So Poppy and Alex have not talked for a while. So she's like, okay, let's work this out as well. So she invites him to do one last summer like vacation together. So really cute, super cute. Then for the final book of January, I think at least, I'm not 100% sure, and I'll explain why in a second, was Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alex Feeney. Now, I was really nervous about this as well, because I had messaged my UK bestie, Shar, and I was like, I'm reading a mystery thriller book right now, and it's this one. And she was like, girl, I'm reading that right now too. I'm almost done with it. And I was like, no way. No way, because it wasn't planned or anything like that. So it was just like crazy to me. So she actually only ended up giving this like 2 stars. I gave this 4 stars, okay? And this is a good example of how like reading is just, you're different. It's different, it's subjective. She thought it took a while to get into and everything, and she thought it was kind of boring. I was intrigued the entire time. I was creeped out the entire time. I wanted to know what was going on. I couldn't figure it out. And the plot twist. So basically this is about a couple who goes on a getaway for the weekend. Their marriage is in trouble. So they're just like, okay, let's do this trip. Let's try to work this out. And so they get there and everything, and weird things start happening. It's kind of creepy. It's in the middle of nowhere. Like, it's just weird in general. And so the main male character has like kind of like a blindness impairment, like not fully blind, but can't make out faces. So things get kind of weird and creepy and all that. So I gave it 4 stars. I had a good time. Personally. The reason why I said maybe is I can't find on Goodreads our Fable where I read this book, but I do know I read it this year. And this is why I'm thinking about, there's this girl, Madison, who's a book talker. I follow her on Instagram and TikTok. I love her. I'm a big fangirl. She writes in her books like when she reads them and like reread dates. So I've been like, maybe I should do that. But anyways, that's besides the point. Don't know when I read this, but I did read it this year. So I'm just gonna do it right now and get it out of the way. But that is The Sea Witch by Katie Roberts. This is book 5 in the Wicked Villain series. I just need to read one more book and I am done with that series. Basically what these are spicy, and I mean extremely spicy Disney retellings where the villain gets the girl. So this one was Ursula, Ariel, and Eric is what it was. So it was very interesting. So basically Ariel runs away from home, story of my life, to be with Eric, and this version's Eric, but he is in love with Ursula as well. So then it's like a whole mess, and they do end up being together. It is extremely spicy. Like, this is probably one of the most spiciest book series I've read. It's crazy. Okay, and then this is where I hit my slump, and I hit it pretty hard. Okay, so during February, I did read the Improbable Meet Cute series on Kindle Unlimited. I did a reading vlog on it. Overall, I would give this entire series just like 3 stars. It was all right in the middle. I feel like it's really good. Some of these stories I vibed with. I was like, oh my gosh, I want like full-length stories of these. Other ones, I was like, not so much. Wasn't really vibing with it so much. So some of them were cute, some of them This is when I really hit my slumps. So like, I picked up Sleeping Beauties by Stephen King and Owen King. I DNF'd it. Okay, listen, I tried. I got like 200 and something pages in. This is a thick, I even did the audiobook. This is a thick book. I just couldn't do it. POVs were switching everywhere. I really was not having a good time with the story. I was not vibing with it. And I like Stephen King. I read Carrie last year. I vibed with it. Misery is still on my list and everything. It's just, I had this was gifted to me. I wanted to give it a chance. I did not like it. I did not like it. I think the idea of the story was cool. It's like basically this like sickness or something is going on that's putting nothing but women to sleep. And then when guys try to wake them up, they like become violent and vicious and they attack them and everything. And basically this is going on in the world and people are scared to fall asleep and everything like that. And they're getting wrapped up in like cocoons, but there's Eve who is just walking around and she's crazy. And that's all I got for you. That's all I got on this, honestly. I didn't finish it, so I don't know how it ends. And honestly, I haven't regretted it. This was the first book I've ever officially like DNF'd, and I don't plan on picking back up. It wasn't like a soft DNF. This is a hard DNF. And then I went into a reading slump and didn't read anything else for the month of February. And then March, I only read one book. That's how bad our slump was. Our slump was slumping. So in March, the only book I read was Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. Now this got released in January. This was one of my most anticipated reads, and then I went into my slump and I did not get to it till the end of March. Some spoilers were given to me, not willingly. Some people accidentally commented on one of my shorts when I got this book. They had binged it that like week it was released and they left a comment. The comment has since then been deleted, but it spoiled some things, which was upsetting, but it's okay. Because it wasn't like a huge deal. It did reveal something, but we're past that. We're past that now. We finished it. We have finished it, girlies. We have done it. We have done it. 4.5 stars. 4.5 stars. Absolutely amazing. Amazing. When I tell you I was bawling my eyes out, I kid you not, this series, if you don't want to cry, don't read this series. But I kid you not, at the last 100 pages of every single book in this series, I find myself just bawling my eyes out, just uncontrollably sobbing. So I'm upset because we don't know when we're getting a book 4 for this series, so it's kind of heartbreaking. And the cliffhanger you get left on with Violet and Xaden is just, I'm still recovering, still theories going on in my head. If you are a Fourth Wing girly, this series is my entire personality. I would love to be your friend. Please DM me. Let's schedule some time to get some coffee virtually. I would love that. But then we got out of our slump, okay? We got out of our slump, and April was a decent month. We read 4 books in April, and now the ball's rolling because in May we have read 7 books so far. So we are now out of our slump. We are getting into it. So in April, I ended up reading 4 books, and I started off with my first 5-star read of the year. So we started off with The Deal by Elle Kennedy. Now this did hockey romance justice in such a good way. This was done so tastefully, so great, so amazing. I was just thriving reading this. I loved it. I loved Garrett Graham. I understand the hype. I see the hype around him now. Now, Bessie Haley was on my case. She was like, you need to read this. And I was like, it's not Icebreaker. And she was like, if you like Icebreaker, I truly think you'll like The Deal, because I gave Icebreaker 5 stars. Icebreaker was the beginning of my reading journey. I don't regret it at all. I still obsess over it. I still obsess over Nate Hawkins. Like, Yeah, simple as that. But Garrett, I see the hype around Garrett and Hannah. I love Hannah's sassiness. I love their banter between each other. I love how persistent he was. I love how sassy she is. Like, just overall great together. Yeah, I was obsessed. So basically, for those of y'all who haven't read this, this is about Hannah and Garrett. Garrett is a hockey player, and he has to have a certain like GPA or grade in this class to be able to play. Now he has, I believe, either failed or something like that, and has a retake of this like test. And basically, Hannah passed it, so she doesn't have to retake it. So he's like, "Yo, tutor me," and she's like, "Nah, homie, no, ain't happening." And he's like, "Yo, I'm not gonna give up." And she's like, "You can try, but it's not gonna work." And then finally, he's like, "Oh, you're into this guy. Well, if you want to be with this guy, fake date me." And so it starts this whole thing of like, okay, I'll tutor you if you fake date me and you help me with this guy. And then it takes off from there. And it was so good. I can't wait to continue the series. The only problem is I have the like first round print of this, so I have the blue sprayed edges, and I'm OCD, okay? So, and I've already annotated this, so now I have to hunt down the first print editions of the rest of the series, which I have found the mistake. I found 2 copies for sale with the blue sprayed edges of the mistake. It's just I haven't ordered it, so eventually I will be doing that because I am going to finish the rest of the series. It's so good. Then, I can't believe I'm about to say this, I had another 5-star read. This was another 5-star read for me. It was another most anticipated release of this year, and I really hope this author drops more. I need more. I love this universe. I love this world. I want more of it. I fiend for it. I just give it to me. Give it to me. But that was Sunrise on the Reaping by Susan Collins. Listen, Finnick's story, I would love to get Finnick's Hunger Games. I would love to get that one, and I would love to get Mags. I want more. More, please. Okay, 5 stars. 5 stars. If you have not read this, oh my gosh. Okay, if you gave Songbirds and Snakes 5 stars, this is no joke. Way better than that. Way better than that, in my opinion. Songbirds and Snakes, I think I gave like 3.5 stars or something like that. 5 stars easily to this. Now this one is Haymitch's story. This is where we get Haymitch's Hunger Games, which is the 50th Hunger Games, which is double the tributes. This is an emotional roller coaster. This was heartbreaking. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Not even gonna lie. This was emotional. It tore my heart up. I was bawling my eyes out multiple parts. But I would not give it up for anything at all. This was incredible. I am speechless. Susan Collins really outdid herself. Really did. I can't wait for the movie. Can't believe I have to wait a full year for it. Not even full year. Like over a year. But it is what it is. It will be worth it. I would love more of this universe. Suzanne Collins could literally make a book about every single Hunger Games, and I would buy every single one. Not that she could, but if she did, I would. Take my money. And they also just announced a collector's edition for this, and best believe I already pre-ordered it. Then I actually read another banger after this. It wasn't 5 stars, and I actually saw some people on TikTok DNF this for the rightful reasons, and I'm kind of ashamed of myself. That's Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. I have never read a bully romance before, and I was like, ooh, I want to read a bully romance. So that's what I did. I wanted something fun, spicy. The reason a lot of people DNF this is because this is set in high school. So it was weird for them reading spicy scenes of high schoolers, which makes sense, honestly. I did not think of it that way. In my head, I don't know. When it's set in high school like this, I kind of just picture it as like college. because like, I mean, the author wrote it, like, I mean, so it's fine, it's fine. Anyways, I ended up giving this like 4 or 4.25 stars, one of those two. I just had a good time. I loved it. It was like a pen pal. I realized pen pal tropes I'm a fiend with. Between Divine Rivals and this, I've learned pen pal tropes are my thing. I love them. Another friends to lovers, but also like secret identity, all that. So basically, what this is that they are assigned in elementary school as pen pals, and the teachers, based on their names, because the girl's name is Ryan in this and the guy's name is Misha or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it, but basically they think like they're the same gender, and they're not. One's a girl, one's a guy, but they ended up still pen paling, and even after the school, like the elementary school ends, they continue to all their life. And then basically something happens in his life where he stops writing her letters, and she's like, what the heck, what's going on, all that. And then he ends up going to her high school, and she doesn't know that he is there, and it takes off from there. And the plot twist in this got me. It truly did. The plot twist in this truly got me. The spice in this was spicy. I had a good time. I truly did. I knew going into this that I wanted a nice, good, fun time, and that's what I got from this, and I can't complain. I liked it. Sue me. And then finally, to wrap up April, I picked up another one of Haley's recommendations. It was already on my TBR, but I wanted to read it because she has been influencing me so much. But that was The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Now, not only was Haley influencing me, Book Talk influenced me as well, because this has been all over Book Talk. I give it 3 stars. I feel like I kind of just got Caraveled. You know, Caravel was another one that I was excited for Book Talk, hyped it up and everything. And then I got it and I was like, this is it. I just really wasn't into it, if we're being honest. I will continue the series because I am loving Grayson, and I want to know who she's gonna pick in the end, because I'm Team Grayson currently. I know Haley's Team Jameson for his personality. I like Grayson and his protectiveness. But there is a love triangle, if you couldn't tell by that. There are like mysteries and clues and all that. Basically, this girl gets this inheritance of this guy, and she's like, doesn't know who he is, so she's like super confused in everything, and so is everyone else. So like, the one condition of her getting this is that she has to live in his like mansion that he has left, with these people who she just basically thought they were getting his inheritance, you know. So it's definitely like dangerous. There's riddles, mysteries, all that, and you know, it leads off on a cliffhanger as well. A lot happens, and basically that's it. Love triangle, mystery. If you're into this kind of stuff, it's for you. I like mysteries and riddles and stuff. I just really couldn't get into this. I don't know what it was. And it's not the writing either, because the writing's really good. I love The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, but I don't know. It was not a bad reading month in April at all. We just didn't finish on 5-star reads. We started with 5-star reads, but that is my reading wrap up so far for this year. I appreciate y'all so much for hanging out with me during this. I'm stumbling my words because I'm flustered right now. Yes, thank y'all for hanging out with me during this. I appreciate it. I hope y'all had a good time. I always enjoy filming these kind of videos for y'all, so I hope y'all like them. Anyways, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. If you could, please like, subscribe. If you want to come back, you know, I would love for you to come back. But yeah, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. See you in the next one. Bye. you.